All right. Wait a minute. This is on airbox. This is not. Okay, that's fine. Hello everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing amazing, because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it's not that hard. Alright, so we're going to have to watch at least something. However, I've been having a lot of fun drawing these portraits, or just like straight up just drawing in general, because I feel like I have more control over the, you know, maybe like the brush. I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel like I have more control. Yeah, so that's great. Hopefully the stream is going through, and hopefully there isn't like any delay or anything, because it's giving me it's not like the signal is very weak. Hold on a second. All right, we'll be right back. We'll see. We're back, right? Yeah. Okay, so Jane, you said shade the hair. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll have to focus on shading hair and even like clothes maybe some other time in the future. For now, I'm just going to focus. Excuse me, by the way, about the blowing. I'm going to focus on establishing like these shapes and having comfort drawing them, and just like giving off the sort of the illusion that they're 3D. That's all I'm after. Let's get these out of the way. Okay, so that's literally the only thing missing in that drawing. Yeah, well, it's okay. It can have some stuff missing. Okay, let me think about it. Let me be completely honest. I dare you. Okay, let me be honest. Why do I not want to shade it? I fear that I will ruin it. I don't want to make it look bad. Also, I don't know how to shade hair yet, so that's like part of it. And so I would rather just like keep it like that than do that, try to shade it and then make it look bad. So that's that. Have I done assignment 6? Like I've done. Hold on a second. Have I not? That's weird. This is the anatomy critique. That's a Johnson in assignment 6, which is wow. Okay. Okay. This is we're reaching a bottleneck here. With to make it look bad is the solution to get better. if you are saving yourself so much being permissive over things that should make you fail, then of course you are not going to improve. You are right, you are right. My fear is, I understand that my fear is irrational. I do realize that. Yes. I'm just going to come back to that point really fast. Let me just try to make a judgment here about what we're going to do. I think we're going to introduction to human anatomy to move to this video. This is going to be okay. Today's the last day. We're not going to be watching the Proco video. We'll come back to them tomorrow, basically, because I need to see like the content beforehand and see if it's going to be actually worth watching. All right, I'm just gonna let this cook and come back here. So you are saying that you allow yourself to not engage into failure, which is the specific thing that make you better. Do you remember when you started looking into Shomang, tried stuff and developed your line work because you worked on it from scratch? Yes, yeah. Look, whatever argument whatever argument I'm going to be bringing is not going to be, you know, enough. And what you're saying is 100% makes sense. It's just that it's a fear that I have. All right, maybe it's like the perfectionist part in me that just wants to, oh, like this already looks good, let's not mess with it anymore. And it's simple, you know. It's as simple as just like making another layer on Photoshop and doing, like, say, like for example in this instance, doing the shading on there, and I can just literally turn it on and off. I can literally delete it as if nothing happened if I don't like it. But yeah, to be scared of that, it's just interesting. And you know, you wonder, well, I expect you to do better then, except you be making that shaded hair by the end of the month. Alright, bro is giving me a deadline now. You know, it's interesting. Maybe you can think, I can think of it beyond you know, drawing, really. How many instances were there where I was like, I've done something, thought it was good enough, and didn't want to mess with it anymore just to not mess it up, you know? So, I don't know, something to think about. And you know, today could be the first day, or I probably have just like messed with things around before today, but this could be the you know, the first conscious day where I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna mess with it for the sake of getting better, not for the sake of just like messing with it, you know. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna go like I said, I don't know how to shade hair, but we're going to try to. Okay, I don't really have any specific technique or anything. This is the face that's already there, and this is another layer, right? And this is our pencil, and that's it. All right. Why is it like this? Okay. Okay, you are writing walls of text. Hold on. Your smallest actions are not being held accountable. You distract. Wait, hold on a second. Let me read that. You distract yourself over the meaningful, dirty work and keep that permissive attitude over stuff that people recommend you to do. And even things that appear as problems in the drawing, you allow it to pass just because you are afraid. Yeah, The point of it is to not know. If you knew how to shade hair, that drawing would already be complete. Yeah, hey, I can't argue with that. You're spitting facts. I'm just being irrational here. It sucks to admit, really, you know, when you know, how can I say this, like, strongly believe in something, or you've been raised to believe in something or to do something a certain way for the longest time. When somebody comes up and they're like, oh, what you're doing is freaking wrong, don't do that, do it the other way, it's almost offensive, really. But it shouldn't be that way. It's somebody, obviously, depending on the person giving you the advice, but let's say it's like for actually, like, legitimately for your sake. It should not be taken as and, you know, offensive. It's very helpful. It's a what do you call it, constructive criticism, and you should take it with an open heart. That being said, there is this resistance of me, just like, for example, not wanting to shade the hair right now, even though I'm going to, right? I'm going to, don't worry. But there's this resistance where I'm like, I'm not going to shade the freaking hair because I don't want to mess it up. Why do I not want to mess it up? It clearly goes against the, you know, making progress. But, you know, I've been raised on, it's just like trying to keep things perfect for so long that I'm like, I would rather not learn than, you know, mess it up, really. So, yeah. And, you know, I'm going over this right now, but because I want to, you know, vocalize it and I want to get it out there. Maybe that will help me getting rid of you know, this tendency, let's say. So hold on, Joe, please. Then are you shading it? Yes, I am. You know, I don't engage in that deep talk as often, just because that introspective work has to be done personally. But you already have more opportunities than you imagine. Tune that compass of how much you allow avoidance in your life. Yeah. It's I mean, look. Note that down. It's this is not about drawing or shading the hair anymore. It's way bigger than that. Or maybe I made it bigger than that, and it doesn't really need to be, but I think it does. Because maybe right now it's about shading the hair, maybe some other time it's about actually finishing a drawing, you know, and I'm not able to finish it just because I didn't really fix this problem, you know what I mean? And you know, it's not going to be like when I start shading this hair right now, the problem is going to be fixed. That's far from the truth. It's just like the first step. But yeah, everything has a first, you know, and doing the first step is better than not doing it at all. So yeah, we're doing it. Look at this. Also, it's like an anxiety almost of like, what if I do shade it, or what if I do this and it doesn't look good? Am I a failure? I probably am, just because I tried to shade it and I didn't succeed. That's a failure, right? This is starting. Honestly, it was like working great at first, but then it went dark. But that's okay. I have a trick up my sleeve. I noticed you take more time to make a better line while sketching prior to the times. Wait, let me read that again. I noticed you take more time to make a better line while sketching prior to the times that you use the chicken scratch the same line. Yeah, remember that light source? Okay, about your first comment, yeah, I noticed that too. And it's weird because it's not something that I'm consciously doing right now. It's something that just like I happen to start doing. You know what I mean? It's a bit weird. I didn't really think of it about it. I just like woke up one day and I'm like, yeah, let's do these lines this certain way right now. You know? That's one thing. The other thing is the light source. I'm going, okay, this trick that I talked about is I'm going to shade the hair evenly, like I'm just going to fill it basically, and then I'm gonna mask this layer to I'm gonna, you know, work my brush on that to make it look, to give it like more highlights or whatever. So with this, we can see right now that there's a bit of, oh, okay, wait, hold on. This is white. Let's do black. There you go. Why did, oh, I see. So we're doing black, right? Yeah. And so now we do this. Right, and we swap back and forth between, it's like, whoops, we can fix that, that's completely okay. Right, we give a little bit of light in here. All right, some of it in here. I don't really know, like maybe we'll just like make it go around the hair, you know, just like in the stylized version, you know, anime hairs. Maybe we can do that and that would look like something. Maybe we do this. I don't know how I feel about this, but we can keep doing the light on this area because this felt right somehow. You know, I think this type of shading works for hair that is like very I don't know how to describe it, very not curly, you know. Straight, is that the right description? Alright, and speaking about the light source, the light source is coming from here. And so maybe we'll have more light around here than, you know, around here. We'll have some of it here, sure, but not in these areas. Let's try to soften that up. No, dude. I don't know. That could be something. Yes. Actually, let me do some of this. Anyways, that was it. That was my attempt to shade the hair, and yeah, we can finally move on. Now let's grab another face. Let's grab another hair. Let's see. Do we want to do a body? Let's do a body. Okay, definitely. Whoa, relax. Let's do something that is not very dude, what the hell? Let's do something that YouTube can be okay with. Oh, I like this one. I have a lot of punk stuff on my Pinterest. I noticed. This is a lot of foreshortened perspective, whatever. Dude, I need some. Oh my god, bro. Grids are good for you. Oh, dude. Body reference drawing. I mean, okay, this looks complicated, but sure, let's do that. Yo, we got Steve in the show. What's up, man? I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. It has been a while. Right now I'm just like, I thought I was starting to do like this Proco challenge where I'm like watching videos about anatomy, but it turns out, but it turned into just like me doing you know, illustration, you know, actual drawings. I think the reason is because I figured I was getting a little better, I think, and I was like, okay, let's do it, you know. But this is what I did yesterday. I'm happy with it. Jane right here made me shade the hair. I think it looks right. I think it still does look better with without the shading, or without the coloring. That's just coloring, not even shading. All right, but yeah. Let us get back to our new reference. All right, so I don't even know where to start with this one. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not seeing. A lot of foreshortened limbs. Okay, do we want to draw the chair first? I mean, the chair low-key kind of like establishes the horizon line, doesn't it? We can make it a straightless. That's okay. I expect you to make a better shaded hair by the end of the month. By the end of the month? We'll see. We'll see. Wireframe it out? Well, what does that mean, wireframe it? This is not a perfectly straight ahead pose. No, OPS is gonna be no. Okay. What do we start with? I don't even know. Okay, let's do this body right here. Alright, this is the, so like this shape that we're looking at, right? She's a bit on the larger end. We've got some love handles going on there. Yes, so let's try to establish some three-dimensionality with this, so we're not completely lost as to what we're drawing. Okay. Now what's the next thing? Like, what is the next thing? I think this leg right here. I hardly see you going back and fixing your past mistakes. You move on and stack drawings that are filled with avoidance and no other options to make them better. God damn, bro, you're going harsh. It is not about perfectionism, it's about checking out if you actually applied that stuff you learned. Damn, okay, fuck. You don't have to just like come at me like that. Yeah, I'm not going to deny it. But dude. Alright, we got this right here. Let's just do a little bit of this. Alright, and then from here, this one actually, this one's in here, and this one is laying on top of it. So hold on a second. This is actually, I'm gonna start from here, and this is right here. That's okay. That's like, this is over here, and this one we can do it like this, right? and this one's just like this ellipse. Maybe I should establish the three-dimensional shapes first. I'm gonna be pissed. Nah, look. Actually, it's me not going back to these drawings. It may be like some of it may be because like I don't want to just like look at the ugly things I've made, but also I don't want to be stuck on the same thing, and that's like actually something that I do struggle with very much as well. Like I believe as a lot of artists or people in general do struggle with as well. So I just don't want to be stuck on that or on the same thing. What is this? What happened? Okay, what is going on? Okay, Photoshop is messing with me right now. Oh, the computer is messing with me hard. Oh, okay. That iterative drawing stuff is not just a practice workflow, it's a technique to give yourself more options. You are still early to adopt one option and stick with it as your style, but I hardly see you giving yourself many options other than the usual way of sketching that you do. It's good that you found construction, gesture, anatomy to base your sketch, but that's only the beginning of looking into different workflows that you could try. What is the end goal with drawing, chat? Okay, wow, all right, guys, okay. Can we like relax a little bit? First of all, let me figure out a way to, because the computer is like going bonkers on me right now. I'm not even kidding. The tab is skipping between, okay, Control S, this saves. Okay, this also, okay, this is not saved yet. Okay, I think we're good. We're back. No, we're not. Okay, we're back, I think. Yes, please. All right, we're here. Okay, so I can draw like usual, right? Just like this. Okay, so let me go back to the chat real quick. You mentioned that no, you are still early. Yes, I do feel you. And I've done like a month where I was like forcing myself to draw like one thing like 5 times. I think it was I think I was doing poses 5 times, and that is something that I left out after the challenge, you know, and I should go back to it. However, it's just, I don't know. I'm trying things out. I'm, you know, maybe there's some stuff that you're not seeing behind this scene, you know, but I'm sketching some stuff like with pen and paper. I've actually stuck some stuff on the wall with my you know, in my desk at the co-working space. But yeah, interesting to see graphic designer workflow for those artworks that you did on Illustrator a while back. Do you know where you learned that? Okay, I see where you're going. What is the end goal of drawing, Chad? Yeah, the end goal, I couldn't really tell you, to be completely honest. All I know is that drawing is something that is innate in me, and I don't believe I have mentioned this before on stream, but since I was a kid, I used to draw a lot, and then I stopped, and then I'm here back at it again. And obviously there's this whole thing about, you know, me trying to actually animate the hands and everything, but I think at this point it's not about animating the hands anymore. I think it moved on to something bigger than that, you know. It's almost as if like maybe I'm trying to find myself through it, you know. I don't know if that's like something that a lot of people resonate with or not, but I don't really care. I mean, if you don't resonate with it, that's completely fine. This is just, you know, me trying to do it, you know. Yeah, so you said interesting to see your graphic designer workflow for those artworks that you did on the Illustrator, man. Do you know where you learned that? What do you mean where you learned that? I just did, you know. It's a matter of using the tool again over and over again. And if you're trying to get like, yes, if your point is like, I've probably did try like and mess up with Illustrator a lot before actually, you know, getting to a result that I'm, you know, happy with. Even during that, actually exploring like actual styles that I could be happy with. Now right now I'm not even like going to make another layer. I'm straight up going to just like do this over here on the same layer with hopefully as few strokes as possible. This is almost like this. So it's not tied to your livelihood or making money with it. It's just a personal endeavor. To add the gradients and the graphic elements, but with intention. Where does that intention come from? Man, that's, wow, okay, that sounds deep. So honestly, if I'm to make money off of it, that's great, you know. If I can make money off of it, I wouldn't, you know, oppose it, obviously. But yeah, for now I'm just trying to get better at it, and that's it. I'm like not thinking really way ahead. To add the gradients and the graphic elements, but with intention. Where does that intention come from? Let me think. With intention, I think it's just like me thinking about, you know, actual rules of design. If you don't dwell on those intentions, that you are just replicating something that you learned as a kid. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've seen, for example, when with these drawings, I don't think I'm replicating something that I've seen as a kid, because I don't know how I would be remembering something that I did as a kid. But also, when I do these gradients, or when I do the graphic elements, it's just like I'm looking at the overall design of it. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is the answer that you're looking for, because you also ask your question with an answer already in your mind, you know. But I'm just thinking about the overall design. Like, are the colors harmonious? If there's type in there, is the personality of the type fitting into the whole illustration? Is the composition right? You know, you're thinking about the rules of thirds and everything like that, you know. So I'm not really, when I place these graphic elements, that's just mostly what goes on in my head. Does it make a concept, really? Would you give up on those rules? Okay, I wouldn't say give up. I would say just like breaking them, really. Do you avoid them? No, not really. I don't try to avoid them. I think following them is good. However, you can break them, but breaking them also takes a certain skill, you know. Not everybody can break the rules. You have to know them first. Yeah. This may not go well with the positioning of the head, but we'll see. This is almost a straight. Yeah, and we don't see a lot of the neck actually. It's almost like blended. We can even just like dramatize it, make it like this. Yeah, that's probably it anyways. We can get the head closer to the body. No, actually, I think I think we're good. Maybe, whoops. I think it's not high enough now that I'm looking at it. Wait, the distance between this and this, and it's not that, no, far, right? Okay, something we messed up here. There's something that we have messed up here. But I think it's okay. I think it is okay. Maybe something I should be thinking about more often is line weight. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Do you enjoy drawing? A lot. A lot. I do. I do. Sometimes, to be completely honest, sometimes when something is not working, or when I'm not like good at something, and there's this frustrating, it's always, there, right? And there isn't anybody who's not going to be feeling frustrated when something doesn't work. So in those frustrating times, I'll just like I need to push through it, because I know I'll get better at it eventually. But if you're asking like like right now, I do enjoy it a lot. Yes. All right, I think we can call it a day. This is not bad. I mean, this is not bad. And tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to come back to the videos, hopefully, and we can actually get into some like terminology and everything like that. Alright, I think we're good here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Jane or Joe or whatever you are. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the feedback, no matter how harsh it is. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, I'll try to prove you. To prove my point. But I appreciate the feedback. What is my internet speeds? I don't know actually. Is it lagging before you go? Yeah, go ahead. Prove me wrong one day. Hopefully, hey, hopefully. If I get to prove you wrong, then I know, like, you know, I've gotten somewhere. I'm really not sure. Like, I can measure it right now. Internet speed test. It's around 25 megs, like downloads, I think. And the upload is on 3. It's on 3, yeah. So the upload is not really that great because, you know, we don't have, I don't really have ADSL. I'm running on my, on the data on my phone. And the providers don't really offer a lot of upload speed, just because not everybody like does this, uses the upload speed, or, you know, so intensely like streaming and everything. Just want to know what speed is necessary to stream. I think this is fine. What I do with OBS, however, is I limit the quality of the video to 480, just so it can run smoothly. I think 480 is a good deal, sort of. Obviously, it's not great, but it works. But yeah, and like I said, since I'm running on the data on my phone, it doesn't really consume a lot of data as well if I run it on 480. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Keanu, I'd love to see you more. Jane, genuinely appreciate your feedback. All right, peace out.